Hi, I'm Bruce Sharp, and welcome to this tutorial on how to use PluralEyes with Final Cut Pro 10. We're going to show you an example of a multi-camera production, one that's dual system audio, and one that's a bit of a mix of both. In all cases, you'll see how you can automatically synchronize your audio and your video clips together quickly and easily in the way you've come to know and love with PluralEyes, but now with Final Cut Pro 10. Here's how it works. In our first example, we have a dual system audio production. It was shot with a Canon DSLR and a Zoom audio recorder. There are 2 short video clips and a long audio clip. First, we make a new project. We drop in the video clips first so that Final Cut can determine the format, then grab an external audio file and add that. By convention, we'll put it below the video, but that's not required. Now we show the project library. Make sure that the desired project is selected, then go to the File menu and choose Export XML. Now switch to PluralEyes. It is a standalone application. Click the File button and open the file we just exported. For the sync options, we'll use Clips are chronological and enable multiprocessing. We press the Sync button to start the sync. When PluralEyes is done, it automatically opens up the synced project in the library. It has the same name as the original, but with synced added to the end. Here we see the result. The clips have been moved to their correct synced locations. If we want to replace the camera audio with the external audio, we can do that now. At the moment, we have to do it by hand. We select the video clip and break apart the audio and video. We delete the camera audio and then trim the external audio. We could leave some handles, but for now we'll trim the audio to fit the video. We select the audio and video and make a new compound clip ready for editing. Now we have a multi-camera project. In this case, 3 cameras shooting a live band. We create a new project and add our video clips one at a time. The first clip goes into the primary storyline, and then the other 2 are added in their own lanes above that. We return to the project library and export the XML. Again, we go to PluralEyes, open that XML file, and press the Sync button. The synced project is opened in Final Cut. Before we take a look at it, let's go back to PluralEyes and notice that it told us that it created an XML file. We can use that if we want to import it into Final Cut at some later time. Back to the project. You can see how the clips have been moved and are ready for editing. For our final example, we'll work with a project that is a little more complicated. This one has multiple cameras, multiple clips per camera, and separate audio. We create a new project for it. We do have one long video clip, and by convention we'll put it on the primary storyline, but that's not a requirement. The clips from the second camera will go in a lane above the primary storyline. We'll put the audio underneath, again just by convention. It happens to be an unbroken audio clip, but it could have been in several pieces. Finally, we grab the clips from the third camera and stack them on top of the others. So we've got 3 lanes of video here, corresponding to the 3 cameras. We're going to do something a little different from the other projects. We're going to select all the clips from one of the cameras, then right-click and choose Create Storyline. Similarly for the other cameras. After the sync, we'll see why we might want to do that when there are multiple clips in a lane. Then, as before, we export the XML, open it in PluralEyes, and press the Sync button. It takes a few seconds to sync, and there we have our synced project. The secondary storylines are still there, but with the clips now in their correct locations. Why did we use secondary storylines? Suppose we hadn't. Let's remove them now and break them up into individual clips again. It's pretty much the same, but suppose this clip wasn't there. then the clip above that position would fall down into the second lane, and that could make it harder to keep track of which shots came from which cameras. Using secondary storylines helps keep things organized. We can still delete clips within the storyline and do other kinds of edits, but no clips above will fall down in this case. If this seems like we are kind of abusing secondary storylines to simulate tracks, well, that's because we are. Those are the basics of using PluralEyes to automatically sync audio and video clips in Final Cut Pro 10. More tutorials and features to come.